We are live, ladies and gentlemen. What it do, what it is, what's happening, what it business be, what up, though? What's happening, man? It's your boy Nate Bennett on another phenomenal episode of the Extraordinary Exchange Podcast. We're brought to you by the 12 men of the Extraordinary Investment Group. You see one over there, a new one. Y'all not used to seeing, but we 12 black men in the community trying to do our thing and help folks that look like us through education and smart financial strategies. Y'all gonna get educated today because we got a good one today. Got a new co-host filling in right now, Mr. Sean Sears. What's going on, Sean?
What's good?
Nothing, man. Appreciate you for being here. Appreciate you for ushering in this phenomenal guests. We have this new family member of ours. It's been a family member of yours for a minute, but already in the pre-record, man, feeling good energy. First time ever we got somebody styling from an art studio. First time we got somebody with shades on. First time we got somebody swagging like this, so I love it. But today's guest is a visionary whose work transcends canvas and speaks directly to culture. She's known by many as the Urban Hipsta, but Megan Lewis is a Baltimore-based artist creating globally resonant pieces that celebrate the depth of beauty and power in Black womanhood. From a large-scale mural that she does that transforms city spaces to commission works housed by historic institutions, her art doesn't just capture attention, it shapes identity, it challenges perception, and it leaves a lasting imprint on the world. She creates more than just art, it's legacy in motion. We want to welcome to the Extraordinary Exchange Podcast, the illustrious Megan Lewis. What's going on, Megan?
What's going on, Nate? Hi, Sean.
Thank you.
Listen, that was beautiful. That was the best intro I've ever had. So we starting off real good.
Somebody ain't doing their job there. Somebody ain't giving you the proper flowers because this is my first time being in your presence, but I've been familiar with your artistry from day one, pretty much, right? Day one from when you've known Sean. I'm sure there was a day one prior to Sean, but Sean used to come on. We have this platform called The Box that's been going on for like 15 years or something. Wow. The walkie-talkie app. It's about 6 to 8 of us on there, and we just politic and talk about life, talk about sports, talk about whatever. And he kept coming on here and talk about, man, I work with this dope artist, man. I be telling her, man, she need to be doing X, Y, and Z. Put a battery on your back, and from the time you shared your social media with us, it's just been like, dang, like you ain't lying. Like she's the truth. So if you could give us, me, I love a good origin story. If you could just tell us, first of all, who you are beyond the introduction that I put out there, and what it is that you do that makes you extraordinary.
Well, can I first say, Sean, I've known Sean for how long? What, 10, 15? I don't.
It's about 2015, 20, about 10 years now.
Up there he is.
I'm sorry, y'all. I thought it was 12 o'clock.
He didn't. No, he didn't. Hey,
I'm
Ben.
not editing that out neither. I'm keeping it real with y'all today. Let's go.
My bad. How y'all feeling? Pardon my tardiness.
Listen, I like you already, Ben. No worries.
We literally, Ben's like the vehicle. We literally just asked Becky like who she is or what makes her extraordinary. So you ain't even missed nothing, fam.
You ain't missed nothing. You arrived right on time. I've known Sean for 15 years, and so I am a big introvert, right? But I've always known that just focus on the work. Like community is one of the biggest parts of why I've been so successful. It's like because I'm in my studio, I isolate myself. People see that I'm obedient to what I do, and they just pour into me. Like a lot of the opportunities I got is because of people like Sean, like spreading my name out there. So I'm very, very grateful for Sean and you, Nate, and even you, Ben. So I'm just happy to be in these community spaces. But Megan Lewis, born and raised in West Baltimore, always wanted to be an artist. Always knew that I was going to be successful. But it's no buts, but what I imagined for myself was grand, but to be in it is bigger, better, and more beautiful than I can ever have imagined. Like, I'm really, really doing it, and I'm very, very proud of myself. So, yeah.
Talk your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right,
I
real
ain't say
quick. So real quick, and again, we don't. A lot of these questions, so to speak, it's not an interview, it's a conversation. So something you said right there is always gonna, prompt where the conversation goes. So apparently you had this idea of what success was, right? You thought you knew what it was going to be, and now you said it's far greater than you ever
Yeah.
could imagine. What was
Yeah.
success to you, your younger self growing up, and then what does it look like now?
Well, when I say I always knew I was going to be successful, I didn't know what it would look like, right? But I knew that I was going to be an artist. Like, it was like a gut feeling, even though it seemed impossible. You know what I mean? It was like, how am I going to get to where, like, my body and spirit feels that I'm going? Because in college I struggled. I went from being the best in high school to having to work on my craft, right? And the level of how good my work was didn't match where I wanted to go, if that makes sense, right? So I graduated from college. I was working at the Gap, worked at Neiman Marcus, was working at Nordstrom. I was like, how am I going to get to this place? But it just happened. It was divine. Even the story of how my foot got in the door, my first yes was just divine. So I tell people all the time, like, especially young artists, like, it seems impossible, but it's just like it can happen literally overnight. You just gotta, like, what is it? It's like, ask yourself, what are you blocking? What are you not allowing to come to you because you have this idea, instead of just, sometimes the universe will tell you to go left and you steady going right, basically. So we can get more into it, but yeah.
And while you right there, the important thing about that is art is different than a lot of other things. Like what success is
Mhm.
is 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 different because you could be the dopest artist out and not be recognized for that. What art you doing? So
Yeah.
in art, you got to do it for the love of the art. I said that to say
Yes.
this probably like last week, 2 weeks ago. I'm scrolling through my timeline and I see these dope ass mirror art imagery. I'm like, oh, this shit is hard as shit. I'm scrolling through. Remembered it. Yesterday, 2 days ago, Bennett sent it. I'm like, oh, this the young lady that's making them those mirrors. So I said that to
Yeah.
say, do your artwork, do the best you can. There's people out there's gonna recognize it, and you may not even know they recognize
Yeah.
it, and value it. So do it for the love of the art. The commercial economic success that'll come. Just make good art. That's all you gotta
Absolutely.
do.
Just go with it. Yeah. I tell people again all the time. So I've always wanted to be an exhibition artist. What basically that is, my favorite artist was Arnie Barnes, Good Times. I basically wanted to paint and have my work hanging in galleries, right? But it didn't happen that way. My first yes, like my foot in the door, was doing murals, right? Um, I had got fired from, I think, Neiman Marcus for like some reason that was just, it was dumb, right? But it was all divine. So I sent out like a halo, what is it, a Hail Mary
Mm.
email to Dr. Joanne Martin of the Blacks and Wax. I'm just like, look, I just graduated. I'm an artist, and I CC'd her like 5 images of my work. And I'm like, can I meet you? You are this pillar in this community. And she emailed me back and she was like, hi, Megan, of course, come through. And I did. I brought like a little painting. She's looking at it. She's like, I love your work, but I can't get this piece. Have you ever considered doing murals? And in my head, I'm thinking, I don't want to do no mural. I want to be an exhibition artist. But it's like the universe, the universe knew that I couldn't tell her no. Because who am I to tell Dr. Joanne Martin, CEO and founder of the Blacks and Wax? No. So she pretty much was like getting me to pivot, right? And she was like, there's a wall downstairs. You can put it on your resume. And have you also considered being an art administrator, right? And again, I was like, I don't want to do that, but I did it. I got into this program called the Urban Arts Leadership program. It's a part of the Greater Baltimore Culture Alliance, and that's where I started to be in community, right? this story is kind of long. I'm gonna cut it, but basically, I'm in this program. I'm doing the mural, and the founder of the program, his name is David Mitchell. He gets an email by this woman named Nora Howe, and she's looking for a Black female muralist, right? And he's like, "Oh, Megan, she's just doing one at the Blacks and Wax Museum." She emails me. I get this opportunity with the Art at Work program, right? And guess who are the other lead artists? Y'all know who Amy Sherrill is, right?
You about to throw
Amy
out some
Sherrill.
names we ain't familiar with, but I'm writing them
Amy
down. Go
Sherrill.
ahead.
Amy Sherrill painted Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
this is Amy Sherrill, Ernest Shaw, Herb Massey, artist named E.I.G. It was legends. And here I am, little old me.
Legendary. You.
I did just one mural inside of Blacks and Wax, and here are these legends. I was originally supposed to be an assistant artist, but they made me the lead artist, right? And I'm just like, oh, this is the opportunity that I've been waiting for. Is either I'm going to rise to the occasion or I'm going to fall flat, because I was nervous. I had no reason. I was unexperienced. I had the talent, but my qualifications just wasn't there. Not to mention that I was in charge of like 10 young people, because the whole program was placing young people with an artist to do a mural during the summer. And you know what I mean? Like, not only did I kill it, it was the beginning of the, how I got to where I am, basically. Yeah, that pivotal moment of me emailing Dr. Joanne Martin saying yes and being in community and people, putting my name out there is how I got to the position that I am today. Yeah.
I feel like this is a Drink Champs moment. Just to piggy off a Drink Champs. Yeah, let's give you your flowers. That joke was dope. What?
It's a little long-winded, but you see how it's
Nah, that's dope. That's dope. Cause
and yeah. Once I got in, like, I smelled blood. It was like, oh, I can really have this. Like, I put my feet was on the ground. I was hungry for it, and I wasn't worried about money. How Ben said, money was not. I wanted just to be doing what I love. I wasn't getting paid a lot of money back then at all. But the money came, and it came very quickly. Yeah, I don't know if y'all want to ask me a question, but yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Martin. Shout out to Break Blacks and Wax Museum. Been putting in work in the community since I was a little ass kid. So shout out to AD.
Yes.
Shout out to them.
Yes.
listen,
All the love and respect.
listen.
Yeah.
When I used to live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, my mom and dad used to set up bus trips to come to the Black Wax Museum to Baltimore. That joint we used to do at least 2 to 3 bus trips a year to the Black Wax Museum.
Yeah.
That
And
joint's official.
can you imagine, like, I've always wanted to be an artist, just like y'all. Like, every Black History Month, I would go to Blacks and Wax. So you imagine little me wanting to be an artist, not knowing that one day this will be the moment that will, skyrocket my career. It's one of those full circles moments for sure. Yeah.
So many gems in that testimony right there, in that story, right?
Yeah.
Real quick, what was your relationship other than you idolizing Dr. Martin? Did you know her at all?
No, not at all.
Go ahead.
My uncle told me to email her, and I'm not even that close with my uncle. I was just like, oh, whatever. I think because I got fired, and I had nothing to lose. I was 24 years old, so it was like, whatever. Let me just do it, and it was the best decision I ever made.
It's wild how our backs got to be up against the wall. We got to have a life-threatening diagnosis. Like, something pivotal has to happen in our life before we do the thing that we probably should have done already, right? Shoot your shot. Y'all. Some people are like, oh, you could have let those internal thoughts like, oh, man, like, what is Dr. Martin? She's not going to, I'm little old me. I'm 24-year-old. I just got fired. I got this talent, but she ain't going to be checking for me. Not only were you part of that conglomerate, but you were the lead on it. You were mentoring 10 other young artists. Like, that was a dope ass story right there.
Yeah.
Salute.
it was destined. It was destined. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's also timing. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like I knew I was going to be successful. I just didn't know how. And looking back on it, it flowed effort. It was my journey has been effortless. If you was to ask me what would I tell myself back then, I would tell myself to relax.
Mm-hmm.
Just relax. There was nothing I could have done to mess up what I was doing. Like, it was meant for me to do it. That's why it flowed so well. So, because I'm very structured, I'm passionate. I take things very seriously. So sometimes, like, I'll have a chokehold on something, and I'm learning to surrender more and just let things flow. Because it's all divine. Like, I'm not super spiritual, but I believe that everything does happen the way that it should, even the bad stuff. So it was
Mm-hmm.
just beautiful how it all kind of unfolded.
I'm gonna ask a question that probably should have came from Ben's, who's also a Baltimore native. But as someone who's always lived, I came from Philly, lived in the DMV, but never resided for a long time in Baltimore. I've always known people from Baltimore. People went to Morgan, people went to school in Baltimore. But as far as living and being a part of that culture, I've never been a part of. But at the same time, I've always felt that aura of Baltimore, right? Um, what did Baltimore kind of give you creatively that like school maybe didn't or books maybe didn't, like just that Baltimore culture? How is that prevalent in the artwork that you make?
Mm, that's a great question. People ask me that all the time. I'm
Ooh,
very
dang,
lucky
I'm
to
not a
be
good
from.
interviewer, Stan. That's something that everybody
No,
asks
no,
me.
I don't know how to answer that.
I sound
No,
like
because
everybody else, Stan. Go ahead.
no, you're doing a beautiful job. I think you just stumped me a little bit because people
Uh,
ask me that, and I'm not sure how to answer it because it's plain. Like, um, there's a lot of genius that comes out of Baltimore. We have a lot of exceptionally talented people. Um, Probably the most out of any state, honestly. Like, you got Amy Sherrill, Derek Adams, Billie Holiday, Jarrell Gibbs, Majani, Ernest Shaw. I can go on. Charles Mason the third. You know what I mean? It's something's in the water. Devin Allen. You know what I mean? Like, there's something in the water that is literally D Watkins. See, I can keep going. It's just like, um I don't know. Baltimore, we have this hard on the outside, sugar sweet on the inside mentality. It's just beautiful. I don't know, Nate. Ben, can you help me out? Cause
What I would say to that is this here. Um, as far as you never people, if you talk to the look at the magazines or the travel guys, you would never hear that Baltimore is a art city. But it's a numerous museums, institutes, MICA, and all types of form arts, visual arts. She went over a long list of performing arts, jazz legends, all the way back for 100 years. Like, the reputation of the city is very different than when you living here, doing here, commuting here, and the arts is a big part of it. And we got some of the biggest, most renowned national institutes right in the city, right on
yeah,
North Avenue. So it's something that people don't talk about, but it's real. I think just that culture and acceptableness of you being able to express yourself any kind of way you want to allows the artist to. It's no real individual style. I think that's kind of what you're saying. Like, it's no Baltimore art style because it's so welcoming for everybody. Everybody can kind of do their own thing and feel free to create how you want to create.
I agree. Yeah, I don't know why we're so talented. I don't know. Like I said, it's something they putting something in the water, and it's mutating us and making us extraordinary. So I have nothing, but I don't know.
for
I
sure.
don't know. You see, I get stomped every time somebody asks me that question.
Nah, some things you just gotta, if you know, right?
Yeah,
Like Vince could speak to that. If you just you gotta sometimes you just gotta be there. You gotta be from there. You gotta witness it yourself to understand.
yeah,
So that's everybody's testimony that's listening. Come give Baltimore a try.
Even
Come
the
visit.
culinary arts.
Yeah.
Culinary arts. I go around the country. I'm like, man, let me take you back home and get some of this food back home, man. This
yeah,
ain't nothing like is and I'm not just saying that to be biased. I'm giving you the real when I take these people back home, they're like, oh yeah, that was slapping. Like
Yeah.
it really is what it is. So like you said, I think the reputation and the stereotypes have some people hesitant. Come experience, come travel, come get to know the city, man. It's a beautiful place.
It's the
It's
wire got people hesitant.
yeah.
That's where.
Even prior to the wire, when I joined the military in 2000, and I tell people, everybody's like, "Oh, where you from? Where you from?" I would just say, "Oh, I'm from Maryland." So to keep it simple, right? Because I've
Yeah.
been all over the place. And as soon as you say Maryland, the first, ooh, like Baltimore, oh, and people start
Yeah.
giving me these looks like, oh, like Baltimore has this whole stigma behind it. I'm like, oh, not specifically Baltimore, like it's other parts of Maryland, but don't knock Baltimore, right? It turned from me being from Maryland to me trying to vouch for Baltimore when I couldn't even really vouch for Baltimore, right? I just from what I know of Baltimore, it's like, oh, Baltimore dope. Like, don't sleep on B-more. So yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
So
It's
let me
funny
ask,
how the outside world views Baltimore.
hey man. So so I do have a question for you under that circumstance. How would you describe your art style? What type of what would you call yourself as far as what style do you have? How would you describe yourself?
I go as this multidisciplinary artist. I have a lot of different interests. I like to be free. You know what I mean? It's like I make furniture. I do mirrors. My mural style is completely different from my exhibition style. Like I paint flat, but also I have this rich and rendered textured style. And I literally bounce between the two. I I'm just a creative person that just so happens to be in my lane of what I'm doing. Because if you were to take me out of that, I would flounder and not know what to do. But I am exactly where I want to be, and I had parents that encouraged, not with money, but with their attention of when you grow up, you're going to be an artist. Ooh, this is beautiful, and they would put my work on the refrigerator and hang it up. So it's like they got to my mind early. Like I was confident. I'm very secure in my practice.
And that's why I asked, because I see going through your stuff, I see you're very diverse. You got a lot, like you said,
Hmm.
furniture to actual murals stuff. So it's a lot of different things you do. And that's dope that you feel confident bouncing between those different types of genres.
Yeah,
That's
it was
dope.
unintentional, but it worked out perfectly. Because like I said, I struggled in college, so I tell young people, in order to be a quote unquote successful artist, like you have to have a style, and you have to know who your audience is. So in college, like I struggled. I almost failed because like I could draw, but I focused on drawing people, and being a illustrator, you have to have a range. You can't just draw portraits all the time, right? Um, so I had the style of the palette knife and flat gestures around the same time because I was trying to figure it all out. And it fast forward to today, it just made sense to have everything mixed together because the murals needed to be flat because I only knew how to paint in acrylics. You can't use oil paints for outside. You can only use them inside, if that makes sense. And acrylics for my first mural, I didn't want to do anything. You know what I mean? Like I was nervous, so I just wanted to keep it simple for my first mural, and it kind of just took off from there. Yeah.
So we hear about early on you saying yes to stuff, right? This is not what you thought success was going to look like. Oh, but let me go ahead and do it. I can't say no to this person. What's the time that you said no, right? And it actually, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't say yes to everything, especially
Uh-uh.
now with you getting pulled in so many different directions. Was there a
Yeah.
time you said no and you was like, oh man, I probably should have took that? Or is there also a time where you said no to something, you was like, nah, like I'm good.
I know y'all just met me, but I'm spoiled. I say no all the time.
For sure.
I don't do nothing that I don't want to do at all. There's been times where I've said no and I should have, but I'm not motivated by money. I'm
Mm.
motivated by like my gut is the best thing. Like I'm so intuitive. Like so I know Black women is my audience, right? So if somebody hits me up, I'm a Google them. I'm gonna make sure that they align with what I want to do, right? And it has to benefit us both. You know what I mean? So I'm not in the business of just it pouring into somebody, because I need my cup to be full, right? I don't believe in that giving. No, my cup has to run over in order for me to give back, right? That's how I'm able to sustain and do my practice and still be in love with my practice, because I'm very intentional about the jobs that I do, right? So, yeah, it has to align. It has to be challenging, and it's not always about money again. But yeah, I've said yes and no and messed up and still messing up, but that's okay, because we just getting started.
And that makes you being here with us having this conversation even more special. You know what I'm saying? You said yes to this again. Shout out to Sean for
Yeah, yeah.
facilitating this. So yeah, we appreciate your time for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Sean the homie, for sure.
So let me say this. So when you talk about people calling you and trying to work with you, I know like from when I was a younger trying to rap, or even now when I'm trying to put together videos and do stuff, sometimes you get that creative block, or that
Mm.
don't know what you want to do. When the person commissions you and say, "Hey, I want you to do this," so number one, it's not even you just being creative. You kind of gotta hone your creativity, whatever they trying to do. Is that hard to do? I guess what I'm trying to say. Like somebody say, "Hey, I need you to make this like this or for this for me in this certain type of time frame." Because in my mind, that would be hard to do.
So when it comes to the murals, right?
Right?
Um, I've never done a commission mural for quote unquote like a regular person. It's
Gotcha.
always been for the city. I there I've been I say no a lot, and it's like a strategically, because again, like I just want to create. I didn't become an artist to paint what you wanted me to paint. I want to do
Mm-hmm.
what I want to do, and I want to make it so good that you have no choice to buy what I have, right? And that's what I mean. Like I have to be energized. I hear people burn out or they get tired. No, like this is 10 plus years and I'm still hungry for it. Like, and it's because like I do stuff by series. So it's like I'll do murals, and then I'm doing my exhibitions, and then I'm gonna jump over and do these mirrors for a limited time. Because once they're gone, they're gone. I don't care how much you want me to make them.
That's real.
I'm
That's
so
real.
serious. Sean's laughing because it's serious. Like I dropped the mirror series, what, 7 years ago. This is not the first mirror series.
People
I
wanted
dropped.
them joints, and she was like, "Nah, I'm not giving them no more."
No, I'm not doing them no more. You get them when I got them. Get somebody else to do it. You know what I mean?
That's
And
real.
then when I do them again, that's when they're going to be available. Maybe I shouldn't do it that way, but that's how I stay full. Because again, I don't do it for money. I do it because it makes me happy, right? And I listen, and that's how you keep it stuff in demand too. It's not intentional, but there's already a back order on mirrors.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Just like it was for the jackets back in the day.
just in the jack. I still listen.
I already know you got people every day come up to you like, "Yo, for real though,
Yeah,
you gonna go back to the jacket series?"
jackets. And I'm like, bro, I dropped so many dope stuff like past that. But I get it. The jackets was definitely a thing. I know Sean got one. So
Yep,
yeah,
I appreciate you.
absolutely. I gotta be free. If
And
you
that was
want me
and
to
that
be
was my
happy.
question. And that was my because I feel like I say, I know it's hard enough trying to be creative, but then trying to
Yeah,
make your creativity somebody else's vision got to be a hard
yeah.
thing to do. So that makes sense. Hey, I can't do it.
Can't do it. But when it comes to commissions, like working, I work with Target and like Ravens. That is, because I do have to make money to in order to
Right?
sustain my practice. So the money is a little bit bigger, so I'm able to take these jobs and sustain myself. But yeah, when I work with them, they already know what they're going to get. So they
Mm.
come to me because they recognize, okay, we want what she has, right? They understand that I have Black women's attention, because Black woman is my biggest like purchaser, right? Because I knew who my audience was. I knew I had Black women's attention, so I started to intentionally align myself and make more work for them, and that's when the company started to roll in. Because again, they knew I had Black women's attention, and they wanted to literally be a part of that. So they knew when they commissioned me, I'm doing a Black woman. She's gonna look like this, and you can't make me undo that. It has to be within a certain criteria, like a mural. Okay, we want a mural of some soccer players. Okay, she's going to be Black. She's going to be a Black woman. That's non-negotiable. If you don't like that, then you're going to have to get somebody else to do it.
I appreciate your humility. No. But listen, at the same time, your confidence like exudes through the screen. Like you're a very confident person. For you to be introverted and have that humility and that groundedness is dope. Especially like you said, for someone who's done stuff for Target. You designed something at the Penn Metro Station in Baltimore, Orioles Park. You did a painting of former Mayor Stephanie Rollins Blake. Like all these accolades to get to somebody's head and be like, oh yeah, I'm the shit. Like, what keeps you grounded?
I love what I do, and I know like I didn't get here by myself. Like I have to be, like you say, I'm confident, very secure. I like to use the word secure because if it's something that I want and I don't get, I cry, but I tell myself it was for a reason. The universe is like, okay, you didn't get this because you meant to get that. You know what I mean? So it's like I'll cry about it, and then 15 minutes later, I'm up and I'm going back at it. But I have to believe in myself. Like I can't not think that what I want is not possible. So it's like I have to be conscious of what I'm telling myself. So I hope it comes across as, like you say, confident. But like I have to be delusional about what I want, and it starts with making sure that I believe. Because I love what I do, and I know I didn't get here by myself. And what God gives you, she, whatever can take it from you. So the same people you see going up, the same people you see going down. So I'm very conscious of that.
A lot of folks get to those levels and get in them rooms and act like they forgot those people that put them in that room to begin with.
Yeah, it's terrible. No, never.
It's real. So if you what's your dream job? What would you, if you could pick somewhere? Matter of fact, we'll keep it hometown. If it was a project somewhere in the city that you could do a dope mural at, where would you want to do it?
So can I broaden it out a little bit? I love Baltimore, but I'm trying to get out of Baltimore. I'm trying to be the next Amy, Cheryl, Derek Adams.
Okay.
Mickey Lane
Thomas. We just said we appreciate her being humble, but she's like, nah, I'm beyond Baltimore now. I'm trying to do my shit.
No, because I see the vision, and I know it takes time, but that's what I want. Okay. Right. So even though just because I want it doesn't mean it's gonna, unfold that way. But I've always wanted to do like a magazine cover, and I would love to do like, what's Shorty name? I'm terrible with names. The coach that for the WNBA, Don.
You talking about for the South Carolina?
Yes, what's Shorty's name?
Don Sterling.
So I want to do something big, like paint her portrait for Essence or Time magazine. You know what I mean? Like that's on my manifestation list for sure.
That's gonna happen. If
anything we could do to make that happen, hey, we got Philly roots. I know people that know Don.
That's gonna happen.
Make that happen.
That's gonna happen.
Angel Reese, somebody like that, Meg Thee Stallion, or any Black woman, I would tear it up. So yeah.
I can see that joint too on the cover of, you said Essence. Ooh,
absolutely.
Who knows that's a dream of yours? Is that the first time you put that out in the universe and verbalize it?
Something like this, yeah. But
you just put it into motion.
I did. I used to didn't tell people. I have a vision board that I write the things that I want around my birthday, and a practice that I've accumulated is like I'll write what I want. And then throughout the year, when it happens, I'll say thank you, right? And if it doesn't happen, I'll just put it wasn't meant to be, right? Mm-hmm. That way it's like, I'm grateful, I understand, but okay, what else you got for me then, right? So Yeah.
it may not be a no, it may just be a not now too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of people hear no's and they're like, oh man, they get all butthurt about situations. But
Yeah.
like, nah, that no might have been just a not now. And that was supposed to manifest later. So it's funny you brought up your birthday. I went down this whole rabbit hole when I seen a piece of a series of something you did called the Moon in Scorpio. And I'm like, huh, did she do that because she's a Scorpio? What does that mean? So I did a whole deep dive behind that. Are you a Scorpio? Yes or no? And
You did your research, Nate. You know too
yeah.
much about me.
No, I do. It ain't even about you. I do this for everybody because
No.
I'm respectful of the people that come on here. I want them to know that your time is valuable. Like this is not just something that we doing just to do it. Like we really appreciate you being on here and value the value that you're putting out into the world. So talk about that. How that came about, the Moon and Scorpio situation, and then are you a Scorpio yourself? I couldn't find that. I don't know when your birthday is.
I was trying to be funny because I don't like people knowing stuff about me. That's all. And I think
which is crazy. Because you got to understand what you do. People are going to want to know everything about you because your work is so good, amazing. They're going to want to find out stuff about you.
But
yeah,
she
I don't
don't
like
give
that.
him access to that though. Yeah, she don't need to give him access to that though. You can be appreciated for your art, like, and that's what we talk about, right? Separating the artist from the artistry from the actual person, right? We idolize all these people, and then when they let us down because they've done something less than noble or whatever, I still want to appreciate that art, right? I ain't gonna put no names out there. There's been a lot of people in music and art, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that because they're very despicable individuals. I still appreciate their art. I'm not gonna support it financially, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
you got over there bumping that new Kanye, Nate. Don't tell me that. You got over there bumping that new Kanye.
So you mean I can act
don't tell me that.
Fool as long as I'm making
don't tell me that. Everybody else, but don't think new Kanye joint. They don't get no play in the Cerrito.
I didn't even know he dropped something new, bro.
All right, that good.
Yeah. So Moon in Scorpio. So I love astrology. I don't know every little thing about it, but my sun is in Capricorn, my moon is in Scorpio, and my rising is in Taurus. So each of them means something different, right? Your moon rules your emotions. So basically when I am comfortable or if I get upset, I would react to them as if a Scorpio would, right? So that body of work is a projection of that. Basically, the subjects on my paintings for that series, in a lot of series that I've done, I've been projecting my, subconscious and emotional capacity on my subjects, right? And I wear like a red lip when I dress up. I projected that onto my subjects as well. It's like little pieces of me are within them. That's why a lot of the males, their lips are red because it's basically me onto them, right? And it's just how I've chosen to talk about some of the stuff that I don't want to talk about, as little and big as they are, because I am, again, very, very private, but so is a Scorpio, right? Like we like to, go in deep into the water. We're not afraid of the depths, but we also don't want people to know that. So, yeah. Moon and Scorpio.
I don't know what I'm moon in sun and different area. I just know I'm Scorpio.
Listen, my dude. When she said all that, I was like, "Damn, I don't even know what my joint is. I'm a Libra."
You gotta know what time y'all was born, fellas.
I was born in the PM, 8:38.
8:38 p.m.
Yeah.
I think I was like 7:10 in the morning, something early in the morning. Funny, me and my daughter Brooklyn were born around the same time. I think hers is 7:11. I think I was born at like 7:10. Yeah. Different days.
Sean, if you send me your stuff, I can tell you if you really wanted to know.
Okay, good looking.
All right.
If you really wanted to, yeah. I mean, it's. I think our ancestors, they're the reasons why we know about a blood moon or eclipse, so I think if they studied it and paid it so much attention, it must mean something. So that's why I like it. So yeah.
So do you have anything coming up? Any type of exhibitions? Anything people want to check for? Anywhere people can see your work coming up anytime soon?
So I have a lot of things in the air. I'm at an interesting part of my practice. It's like I've gotten to this place. Like 2 years ago, I looked at what I've done, and it's like, oh, you actually did it. You're doing it, and I'm so proud of you. But now it's like, this is cute, but I'm thinking about my future. You know what I mean? I'm at a very pivotal point. It's like, what is next? What do I want to do? Even though I have no control over it, because remember, I like to be in control. And one of my lessons is to don't worry about that. Just go, just make the work, and everything else will fall into place. But yeah, this is going to be a beautiful year. I have the Mirror series. I can't tell you all of the details, but I'm a extend that for as long as I can. Exhibitions, putting them in places. I might have a curation displayed of them in my studio. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 murals this year coming up. 2 in DC,
Okay.
1 in Bethesda that I'm about to do. It's a project that I did like 5, 6 years ago, and the paint was chipping, and they love what I did so much they invited me back, and pretty much are paying me the same amount to redo it, which is crazy. But that's what happens when you show up. Like, I show up, I do what I'm supposed to, and I go home. I'm represented by a gallery, so the 154 Art Fair in New York, I'm going to be in that. And whatever the universe just wants me to have. Yeah, it's a full, beautiful year.
This is giving like 50th episode vibes. Right? I wanted to like drop this joint as like our 50th episode, so we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Yeah. So you speak about your year, kind of your legacy, decades from now, right? If you could project, when
Yeah.
people speak about you and bring your name up in conversations about Baltimore, Black art, culture, legacy. What do you hope that they say about you, or what you helped see in the world or bring about in the world that was missing before you were here?
I think personally, I want people to think that conceptually my ideas were strong. Again, I was telling y'all earlier about it matters how talented you are, like how well you can paint. But for me, I look at ideas like, are you revolutionary, right? And I think some of the ideas that I've had, you've never seen before, right? Even how I paint on fabric, the Mirror series, like the furniture that I've made, like everything that I've done, not braggingly, because it's all given by God and the universe. It's just like I just want to be known for my ideas, right? And how passionate I am, and how I have a lot of integrity. Like, I try to treat people how I want to be treated, because I'm very sensitive and I don't like negative energy. So I just want to be able to just be known for a person of great, I guess, again, integrity.
And I'm gonna
That's
tell you,
big.
you're accomplishing that task. Like I say, before I even knew we was having this interview, I'm
Mhm.
scrolling through and seeing the Mirror series, and it was something that I've never seen before, because it's not only a beautiful piece of art, but it's also a functional mirror. And
Yes.
and and that was like that took me back. And like, this was last week sometime. And so you are accomplishing your goal of doing unique stuff and having ideas other people don't have, and lean into it. Keep doing it.
God willing, yeah. I always tell this story about how, you know, people ask me like, how do I come up or whatever? Do I get stumped sometimes? And I do, you know what I mean? But actually, no, I ain't gonna tell the story. It don't matter. It's dumb. I
No,
ain't
tell it. Tell it.
Nah, it's
You
dumb.
gotta tell it now. You gotta tell
No,
it now.
because
I'm
it's
about to
taken out of
say something. Never
context. It's taken out.
mind.
No,
No,
because
you gotta tell it now.
y'all so silly. So, when you think of an artist, Michael Jackson is probably like that guy, right? Y'all
Mm-hmm.
agree? I'm a big fan. It's just, again, he has the talent, the creativity, the style. It's like the whole package, right? And he was telling this story of when he was creating Thriller. I think about he was in the studio all day, and he knew what he wanted, but it wasn't coming through him, right? And he was like, he was driving home, and then that's when the universe decided to give him the idea. You know what I mean? So it's just like you could be in the studio all day, but whenever the universe wants you to have it is when you're going to have it. And I tell people all that all the time. Like it's about timing and trusting that timing. And I get the ideas when I'm meant to get them. You know what I mean? And it don't matter if I want to wait a week or a year. I've been talking about putting this mirror series out for 2 years now, but it's like now was the perfect time, because I get a lot of artists, I don't know if I should do this and perfect timing. It's like, bro, whenever you decide to put it out, that's when the timing's right. Just whatever, put it out, go with the flow, and let it be what it's going to be. And also, if he didn't put out the idea, he thought Prince was going to have it, but that was never true. So, I'm talking about Michael Jackson. Yeah.
That's interesting. He thought that too. Because there's no way Prince. There's no way anybody could have came to that, right? Like that was divine timing. Like
yeah,
that's dope. And I feel like Ben, we just had this conversation the other day talking about the spirituality and whatnot. Like you trying to do all that heavy lifting and be in the studio and try to create. If it's not time to create, you're gonna burn yourself out. Or if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, like, oh, I got to do this and that, or you got this deadline. That's with anything. Or that's with art. That's with, work. That's with family. When you let go of that stuff and just let the timing be what it's going to be, you're more at peace. You let stuff flow more naturally.
yeah.
It comes across more authentically and what it is that you're doing, and people are receiving it a lot better. So yeah, again, you drop in countless gems throughout this whole episode, whether you know it or not. Like, I'm getting value from a whole page of notes right here.
I will say, like, everybody's journey is different. I know for me, I've realized that my lesson is to, go with the flow. I cannot control everything. I cannot live 10 years ahead. I have to be present. And whenever I decide to move is always the perfect time because I'm in my head a lot. So, yeah.
I know you said your audience is mostly for women.
Black women.
Do you ever?
Whoa! Let's not gloss over that, Benz. Black women.
Black women. You're right. My fault. Can't forget that. Most important.
Yeah.
Rewind. Hey, edit. Since your audience is most importantly Black women, do you ever see yourself? And I know that's your brand, but as far as do you think that eventually people may try to pigeonhole you into that? As far as other bigger brands want to collab with you and do stuff with you, do you think that they'll look at you as pigeonholed into that square and won't be able and will overlook you because of that?
Oh, you mean like painting myself into a corner or something like that? I think that would be okay. I think Black women specifically, they spend the most money and they're the most
Speak it.
Like they're the reason why
you answered it that way. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of money in the Black community. You saw what they did to Target. They took all that. So yeah, if people don't want the Black woman's dollar, I will be happy to take it. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I wouldn't mind that at all. If anything, I've had a lot of success in that. I think the audience matters, but I think my style is broad enough as well to reach different people. Because there's white people that buy my stuff too.
They can appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I have a nice collector base. But it's like I make stuff that's because I'm a Black woman. I can't help but relate to another Black woman. So I have them in mind. Right.
Gotcha.
And I've noticed also, and it just is broad, a lot of Black men buy my work because their girlfriends and wives are Black women. So when I say that, these collectors will buy stuff intentionally just so they can give it to. Listen, I had boyfriends coming to my studio buying stuff just because their girl told them that they wanted it for their birthday. So that's what I mean. It's broad. It really is broad.
And I asked you that because here in our group, we often had that discussion where we had the Black Business Expo and do different things for Black companies.
Yeah.
And people sometimes say, do you want to make your advertisement so black, whatever the case may be? And my thought was always, it's gonna be the same amount of people that say I don't want to do that because they black. He's gonna say, oh yeah, that's a black. I'm gonna best bet. So it's like you don't. I think oftentimes doubling down on that audience that loves you for you
Yeah.
is the best thing to do. And don't worry about everybody else. If you can do if you can do big numbers in your audience,
Yeah.
everybody else don't matter.
Absolutely. Yeah. People cross over, but you know, I know who my audience is, and they coming with me wherever I go. So yeah,
For sure.
you never
Yeah.
forget like where you came from for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't look at the big overarching theme in society, right? And look at quote unquote white companies, the white perspectives that don't consider us, right? And then you have entities like ours, like Megan's, like other people that are doing stuff specifically for them so that they are represented, and they get mad either way, right? So like having people specifically, like, representation matters, right? I tell the story all the time about how I took my daughter to her first WNBA game. We sat there and watched basketball all the time. I did not see the light switch click until she saw Shakira Austin, right? Saw
Yeah.
her, a girl that looked like her. She happened to have a bomb game that game, but her being there in that arena, seeing someone that looked like her, she was like, I want to do that. We went home, started hooping, right? That representation mattered. It could have been 5-on-5 white girls, and she wouldn't have had the same experience, right?
Yeah.
But she saw someone that exactly looked like her and was killing it. She was like, I want to do that, right? So having artists like yourself, creatives like yourself that are keeping Black women in mind, yeah, it's important, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
As
Well,
Black men, we appreciate it, right?
Indeed.
Well, I appreciate y'all because again, y'all spending a lot of money too now. Yeah. No.
So somebody is watching and they want to come check out some of your artwork, purchase some artwork. What's the best way for them to do that?
So I do studio visits, but I'm very active on social media. If you inbox me, please say hi first. You know, like hi, Megan. Don't just slide on in there. And just talk to me. I'm an introvert, so I'm on social media, and yeah, just let me know what y'all want.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's your social media handles?
Oh, it's Urban Hipsta with an A, not an ER. Hipster. Sorry,
Hipsta.
I said it wrong.
Hipsta.
Yeah.
I got you.
Hipsta. Yeah.
Where'd that name come from, if you don't mind me asking?
So I was trying to brand myself for I don't know. I was when Instagram came out, I was like 21, 22 years old. I was trying to brand myself under Hipster Sister. For some reason, I wanted to be a hipster so
Sister.
bad. Right. My Etsy page was Hipster Sister. My business cards Hipster Sister. And then I was switching over to Instagram. Why y'all laughing? Oh my
Shaw's
God.
losing. I'm laughing at Shaw. My man. Shaw's losing.
This is why.
Because it just flows hipster sister. Like that joint like that. You should have kept that. That joint hard.
No, I trust. So I understood everything had to match, right? Because my Etsy, I had a website, but I knew social media. I knew Instagram was going to be big, right? But Hipster Sister was taken. So I was like, So I was like, all right, I want to keep the word hipster, but I'm urban. Okay, Urban Hipsta. So I changed. I got a new Etsy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all. I was 22.
Yeah. Understandable. Well, listen, I've had a bunch of wild names, so I understand.
Yeah.
But when I came in earlier today, we was talking about Sean. I broke in the middle of your conversation talking about Sean. Last pod, Bennett was talking about the formation of E.I.G. and how E.I.G. originally was several different groups of friends, and if you really break it down to it, different groups of Sean's friends. And at the end of the day, I just want to give Sean his credit. Sean is with the sociology book called a connector. He hooks different groups of people up and different things up. So this conversation here, and E.I.G. all together comes from Sean being a good person, connecting people like-minded groups of people together. So before we get out of here, I just want to say shout out to Sean for being a great guy and hooking people up and bringing us this great guest and open the doors for everybody to meet each other and be cool.
Outside of Ames, hold real quick before you say that, Sean. The 12 black men in E.I.G. Outside of Ames, you are the only common denominator to everybody else. No one else has a common denominator where else but you, Mr. Everybody knows Sean. So I just want to put that out there.
Listen,
I've been a lot of people with Sean's family. Like Sean, good people. Like Sean's good dude. So I just want to say, hey, shout out to Sean and while we got him here, we'll have him on the show often. But I want to give him a shout out real quick.
listen, that's funny because I've never really thought about the E.I.G. connections and everything. That's funny. That's funny. But now I was gonna ask you, what started you doing the studio tours, since you know you are an introvert and whatnot, and you got different classes coming to your studio and you kicking knowledge to them, giving back to the community and the youngsters coming up. What prompted that?
So again, I am an introvert, and I've realized that I really didn't have a lot of friends or whatever. I was so like just work struck. I had no personal life, and I was like, all right, last year, 2025, I was going to be more intentional about building community. And when I went out there, I was like, oh, people actually like want to like hang out with me, right? So I was like, I have to open myself up to them in that aspect. And then I was like, I was running away from being a professor. Like, I never wanted to teach. I've only wanted to do my practice. But being around certain artists like Ernest Shaw, I realized that I can really have both. I can have a very, successful practice and still be a professor. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, let me come in. Well, let the babies come in and let me just, share what I know to them, and let that be like an entry point to me talking and presenting and just showing them that it really is like there's no such thing as a starving artist. So,
That's dope. That's
because
dope.
Micah's across the street and all of the homies work at Micah, so it's just like, hey, can I bring my class over? I'll pay you. So it's really just that.
That's fly.
Yeah. So thinking about being a professor, there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of things in the air, and whatever's meant for me to have, I'm sure it will like fall in my lap. So we'll see.
Gotcha. Do you ever see yourself leaving the area, moving?
Um, I do want to broaden my horizons. Um, I love Baltimore, but I need a little bit more scenery. I need a ocean and some mountains or something. I'm open.
I
We'll
got you.
see.
Cali, ocean and mountains.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, that's Cali.
Get some ocean. Cali, Malibu. I don't know if you ever been to Malibu, right there on the Pacific Coast Highway on that joint. They got oceans and mountains. Nice.
I want somewhere secluded. You know what I mean? Somewhere on a hill. There's nobody around. You know what I mean?
Introvert again. Look at this.
Yeah, somewhere,
You sound like Arizona. Yeah.
I love Arizona. Somewhere you gotta drive 20 miles just to get to the house.
Oh, see, nah. You gotta have see.
Maybe not 20, maybe 2 miles,
Yeah, there we go. Because what if you need some milk real quick? You gotta go out real quick. You don't want to have to drive no 20 miles to get no milk.
Okay. I'm exaggerating. Yeah.
Hey man, who's drinking milk still, dog?
Right.
Hey man,
That's the real question.
I almond milk.
All right, there you go.
I use almond milk for my cereal. I still like cereal. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize.
This nigga's like a 7-year-old. Anyway,
you eat like a school age student, and we get
you do still 100%.
Cereal is a little kid's breakfast.
Little kids and old people that got a heart disease.
I'm about to say, man, on the commercials, man, they be having grown adults on the commercials, man.
They do.
70-year-olds that got heart problems, nigga. That's it. Anyway.
I don't be eating. That's on Raisin Brand, man.
That's marketing. They trying to get the folks who don't have kids, who may not be, you know what I'm saying? The adults eat cereal too, man.
Who knows, man?
Yeah, they do.
I love cereal. I love it.
Me too.
Man, this has been dope. See, this was harmless. See, you lived to tell about it. You didn't die, right?
Yeah, this is
No,
like my.
because as introverts, man, that's what we tell ourselves sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do this, and we'll have this whole narrative of what it's going to be, and come up with these worst case scenarios. But I feel like this was harmless. A nice, smooth conversation, man.
Yeah, no, it's just half the time. I'm a type. I'm not. If I'm afraid to do something, I'm gonna force myself to do it. It's just I just don't want to. I
Yeah.
just don't want to do it. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that's gonna be not mad, but if they see this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, well, you could do this, but you can't do mine."
Oh, listen,
Yeah.
that's the same. Like I hit her with when I saw her doing the tours. I said, oh, so you can do tours?
I can
You
do
can do
tours.
tours, but you can't come on interviews.
I already know the backlash is about to happen.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you can do tours? You doing tours at the studio?
I know. I gotta grow up sometimes.
Hey, I told you, man. When you
Again,
famous, people want to hear from you. They want to get to know you. They want to come see your studio.
she is, but this is more of a testament again, Sean, of who you are, dog. You're a connector, man. So we appreciate you, good sir. You only been on 2 episodes, and probably one of the 2 most popular episodes. And it's because of the relationship that you have with somebody, bringing them on here. No, y'all got to talk to so and so. So yeah, we appreciate you, sir.
Megan, I owe you a dinner.
No, what?
Yeah,
Sean, please.
yeah, man,
No,
because
no,
you
no,
came
no.
on. Appreciate that.
No, it was a pleasure. What you guys have built is amazing. And Nate, you were perfect. You know, you did your research, and I am happy to be on such platform where community again has lifted me up. You guys obviously love what you do, and I am happy to support you guys as well. So thank you.
We thank you for your time. We thankful for your insight. Everybody out there, go support Black women. Go support Black art. Every community you got. We talked about the Blacks and Wax earlier.
Mhm.
Everywhere in your local area got good quality Black art, Black studios. I just got that from New Orleans. If you're in New Orleans, check out Studio B. Dope art exhibit.
Yes.
Dope. So whenever you go on vacation, most times you're in a Black city somewhere, they got good Black art displays somewhere. Go check it out. Spend some money, spread the love, and keep the Black arts alive, man.
Yes.
Studio B. All right.
Indeed.
Again, the younger version of me would have never imagined I'd be on a platform like this having conversations with folks. So yeah, we all are actively working on ourselves, growing, expanding, doing more. This was a truly special conversation. So Megan, again, thank you for sharing your story, your perspective, your gifts in essence with us. And to everybody listening to this conversation, go support her, check out her work. If her story has inspired you, just take a moment to share it with somebody else, right? And
Indeed.
again, fellas, I appreciate y'all being on here. I couldn't do this without y'all. We are 3 of 12 Black men doing what we do in the community, helping inspire folks that look like us through education and smart financial strategies. And clearly we've gone way beyond that with this conversation. So again, this is the Extraordinary Exchange Podcast. Y'all continue to be great and be extraordinary. All right. Holla, y'all. As a wrap, y'all, as a wrap.